It's day 32 of the revolution, and this update is titled Censored to the Beloved. Well, sure enough, I think I made it. You know you made it when you've been censored in Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. You're saying something that those algorithms don't like. They simply do not want us to communicate with each other, but help is on the way. I changed my logo now on my Facebook page to Panquake, on my Twitter page as well. Panquake is a new system that's being developed right now that's going to bypass these algorithms and give us freedom. So please, y'all, if you haven't already, take a look at panquake.com, donate to their effort. They're still in the development phase, and hopefully soon they'll get it done. I know I gave what I could, not much, but if everybody gave just a little bit, they'll get this thing on a lot quicker. Censorship. They do not want us to communicate. Here, I recall Steve Grumbine from Real Progressives when he first started talking about modern monetary theory and the truth about how macroeconomics works. I recall that he had a story. They had like hundreds of thousands of followers. I mean, a lot of people are really tuning in and starting to get educated about why we can afford nice things, and that the media was lying to us about how they're trying to portray the federal government equal or like a household, a business, state, or a city. And all of a sudden, he just lost an outrageous amount of followers on social media, simply because he was making an impact. So that's the world we live in today. This is the consequences of people being so beat down over a long period of time, and not behaving the way rich folk want them to behave. But our eyes are opening. People are starting to understand what's going on. The only thing left now, truly, really, is a way to fight back. Panquake has made a huge step in that. God willing, I hope, it can't happen soon enough. I promise you. Once Panquake gets a hold, gets online, doesn't matter how much money they're charging, it's well worth it. To get off of Facebook, off of Twitter, yeah, and they'll replace Twitter as well, as far as I know, and even YouTube. So we're talking about a totally different program that gives you the freedom to speak your mind and share your information, and not have these big tech companies change your perspective. One of the testimonies that Susie, I think her name is Susie or Susan from New Zealand, who is one of the CEOs of Panquake, was saying that it was so offensive that these tech companies like Facebook, actually get in the way of relationships. She's telling a story how these two people were having a relationship, and all of a sudden they stopped talking because of Facebook, and they finally met, and one got pretty mad at the other, and it actually impacted their personal relationship. So it's pretty bad when it gets to that point. So how does that affect me and my work? I'm not a big tech guy. Everybody knows that by now. If you see my webpage, see my YouTube channel, I'm just, slowly but surely, with the time that I have left, I try to do the best I can to spread out the word, the strategy, and the general strike. I got to interview somebody today. A person asked a question, and I was going to make a video in the future calling it the representatives, the represented. Yesterday, the video that I made wasn't able to go on Facebook because I was blocked, but it had to do with interviewing truck drivers, the representatives. So now I'm going to try to make an effort to talk to regular everyday people and their thoughts of the strategy. So I'm going to continue trying. Thank you very much for chiming in and taking a look at this video. It's the 32nd day of the revolution, and hopefully we'll get this done and get our country back. Thanks.